Hello everyone, welcome back to Relax History AI. From politics and science to art and society, great African Americans have transformed the face of the nation. With intellect, courage, and an unyielding desire for freedom, they left behind a legacy that transcends time. Based on authentic historical records, advanced restoration software, and modern AI technology, they return, vivid and lifelike, as if history itself were alive again. Who would you like to see next? Leave a comment below. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Number 1.
Sojourner Truth, circa 1797-1883, born Isabella Baumfree, was a remarkable American human rights activist. Escaping slavery in New York, she became a powerful orator known for her iconic speech, "Ain't I a Woman?" calling for gender equality and the abolition of slavery. She passed away in 1883, leaving behind an enduring legacy of courage, justice, and unshakable faith in human dignity.
Number 2.
Madam C.J. Walker, 1867-1919, born Sarah Breedlove, was the first African-American woman to become a self-made millionaire in the United States. Born to former slaves, she rose from poverty to build a beauty empire, empowering Black women to embrace confidence and independence. Beyond her business success, she was a philanthropist and civil rights activist. She passed away in 1919, leaving a legacy of ambition, self-reliance, and enduring inspiration.
Number 3.
Frederick Douglass, circa 1818-1895, was an African-American orator, writer, and social reformer. Born into slavery, he escaped to the North and became a leading voice of the abolitionist movement through his acclaimed autobiography, Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass. Known for his eloquence, he championed racial and gender equality. Douglass passed away in 1895, leaving an enduring legacy of freedom, dignity, and the power of human spirit.
Number 4.
Harriet Tubman, 1822-1913, known as the Moses of her people, was a legendary African-American abolitionist and human rights activist. Born into slavery, she escaped and returned repeatedly to the South, leading hundreds to freedom through the Underground Railroad. During the American Civil War, she served as a scout and nurse for the Union Army. Tubman passed away in 1913, leaving an immortal legacy of courage, compassion, and the spirit of freedom.
Number 5.
Martin Luther King, Jr., 1929-1968, was an African-American leader of the civil rights movement and a global icon of nonviolent resistance. He led millions in the struggle against racial discrimination, most memorably through his 1963 "I Have a Dream" speech. In 1964, he became the youngest recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize. King was assassinated in 1968, leaving an everlasting legacy of peace, justice, and equality that continues to inspire humanity.
Number 6.
Malcolm X, 1925-1965. Born Malcolm Little, was a deeply influential African-American human rights activist. From a troubled youth and imprisonment, he rose to become a powerful voice of the Nation of Islam, promoting Black pride and self-determination. His pilgrimage to Mecca transformed his vision toward human unity. Malcolm X was assassinated in 1965, leaving a radiant legacy of freedom, enlightenment, and the unyielding drive to transform society.
Number 7.
W. E. B. Du Bois, 1868-1963, was an African-American scholar, historian, and pioneering civil rights leader. The first Black person to earn a PhD from Harvard, he co-founded the NAACP and helped lead the Niagara movement. Through the souls of Black folk and his talented 10th theory, he laid the intellectual foundation for the civil rights movement. Du Bois left behind a profound legacy of scholarship, vision, and the global pursuit of racial equality.
Number 8.
Thurgood Marshall, 1908-1993, was a brilliant lawyer and civil rights leader. He used the Constitution as a weapon against racial injustice, achieving a landmark victory in Brown versus Board of Education, 1954, which ended segregation in U.S. schools. In 1967, he became the first African-American justice of the U.S. Supreme Court in American history. Marshall left a lasting legacy of justice, equality, and an unshakable belief in the power of law.
Number 9.
Ida B. Wells, 1862-1931, was a pioneering African-American journalist, researcher, and human rights activist. Despite grave danger, she exposed the horrors of lynching and racial injustice across America. As a co-founder of the NAACP, she championed women's suffrage and equal rights for Black Americans. Ida B. Wells passed away in 1931 at the age of 69, leaving behind a fearless legacy of truth, justice, and unwavering moral courage.
Number 10.
Marcus Garvey, 1887-1940, was a Jamaican political leader whose legacy became deeply tied to African American history. In 1916, he moved to New York and founded the Universal Negro Improvement Association, UNA, the largest civil movement of its time. Through the messages of Black Pride and Back to Africa, Garvey inspired unity, self-reliance, and pride in Black identity. He passed away in 1940 at the age of 52, leaving a timeless legacy of Pan-African empowerment.
Number 11.
Booker T. Washington, 1856. 1915, was an African-American educator, author, and leader of great influence in post-Civil War America. Born into slavery, he became the first principal of the Tuskegee Institute, promoting vocational training and self-reliance for Black Americans. As an advisor to several U.S. presidents, his conciliatory stance and the Atlanta Compromise sparked controversy among civil rights leaders. Washington passed away in 1915, leaving a lasting legacy of education, perseverance, and social progress.
Number 12.
George Washington Carver, circa 1864-1943, was an extraordinary African-American agricultural scientist, inventor, and educator. Born into slavery, he became a professor at the Tuskegee Institute, where he developed more than 300 uses for peanuts, soybeans, and sweet potatoes, transforming Southern agriculture. Carver passed away in 1943, leaving an enduring legacy not only of scientific innovation, but also of humility, service, and devotion to the betterment of humankind.
Number 13.
Mary McLeod Bethune, 1875. 1955, was a pioneering African-American educator, civil rights leader, and political advisor. Born to formerly enslaved parents, she founded Bethune-Cookman College for Black women with only $1.50. She later became the first Black woman to head a federal agency as Director of Negro Affairs under President Roosevelt. Bethune passed away in 1955, leaving a powerful legacy of education, equality, and the advancement of women's rights.
Number 14.
Paul Robeson, 1898, 1976, was a remarkably gifted African-American artist and activist. A Columbia Law School graduate, he excelled as an athlete, a world-renowned bass baritone singer, and a celebrated actor. Using his fame to advocate for civil rights, racial equality, and global peace, he was targeted by the U.S. government during the Cold War. Robeson passed away in 1976, leaving an immortal legacy of artistic brilliance, courage, and the enduring spirit of freedom.
Number 15.
Langston Hughes, 1901-1967, was one of the greatest African-American poets and writers, a central figure of the Harlem Renaissance. He infused jazz rhythms and the everyday struggles of black life into poetry, most famously in The Negro Speaks of Rivers. Known as the Poet Laureate of Harlem, Hughes captured the soul and pride of his people. He passed away in 1967, leaving a timeless legacy of freedom, cultural identity, and artistic brilliance.
Number 16.
Carter G. Woodson, 1875-1950, was an African-American historian, scholar, and educator, known as the father of Black history. Born to formerly enslaved parents, he became the second African-American to earn a Ph.D. from Harvard University. Woodson founded Negro History Week, which later evolved into Black History Month. He passed away in 1950, leaving a lasting legacy of knowledge, pride, and the preservation of African American history.
Number 17.
Benjamin Banneker, 1731-1806, was a brilliant self-taught African-American scientist, astronomer, and inventor. Without formal education, he built the first wooden clock in America and published widely acclaimed almanacs. He also joined the team surveying Washington, D.C., and wrote to Thomas Jefferson urging the end of slavery. Banneker passed away in 1806, leaving an enduring legacy of intellect, perseverance, and the pursuit of freedom and equality for all.
Number 18.
Ralph Bunche, 1904-1971, was an African-American diplomat, scholar, and civil rights advocate. The first person of color in the world to receive the Nobel Peace Prize in 1950, he played a decisive role in mediating the 1949 Arab-Israeli armistice as a United Nations negotiator. Later, he served as director of UN peacekeeping operations. Bunche passed away in 1971, leaving an enduring legacy of diplomacy, justice, and tireless commitment to global peace.
Number 19.
Louis Armstrong, 1901-1971, was an African-American jazz legend, hailed as the man who revolutionized the art of solo performance in jazz. Rising from the slums of New Orleans, he became world famous for his brilliant trumpet playing and distinctive gravelly voice. Timeless songs like "What a Wonderful World" and "Hello, Dolly" made him a global cultural ambassador. Armstrong passed away in 1971, leaving an eternal legacy of music, freedom, and the joy of living.
Number 20.
Duke Ellington, 1899-1974, was an African-American composer, pianist, and band leader, regarded as one of the most influential figures in jazz history. Over a career spanning more than 50 years, he wrote thousands of compositions, from Take the A Train and Mood Indigo to monumental jazz symphonies. With the Duke Ellington Orchestra, he brought jazz from nightclubs to concert halls. Ellington passed away in 1974, leaving an immortal legacy that defined jazz as America's cultural art form. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to share it with your friends and hit subscribe so you won't miss our next exciting content.